Okay guys, I'm just trying to catch this trade. I realise I've not put up a live trade for quite some time now, so I thought I'd add one today for the YouTube channel. It's Monday today, Monday the 11th of April, and we've fallen away at 8 o'clock, came down into this zone here, and then we've shot up very strongly. What we've done is we've came up into the zone up here, 6217 to 6220. We've had a strong tail through it, and then the market has fallen back into this zone here, 6200. This has been a key level in the market for a month really now. The market's tried to break through, produced a pin bar. That was the signal. I've already said this morning to subscribers, realistically now, we're still trading this as a range. However, there's a strong possibility that we're going to push up, and there's a lot of stops going to be up sort of 6240 level. So I would expect the market to test up there really. For me, for this trade, what I'm looking for is simply a push up into the 6217 to 6220 level, where it will be a close of partial profits. It's a support and resistance area. I don't want to have the position running into this area. I'll close out partial profits, then stop will come to break even. It's all about taking the cautious path always. If you don't do that, for example, let's say someone went short right here. Say they've seen this and said, "Oh, that's a pin bar." They've went short. They've got a zone below. Let's say they've got this zone marked in also, but in their mind they're thinking, "Oh no, I've only got a few points. I'm going to hold this position. I'm sure it'll break through this time." Market breaks down. They see this as a red candle as it's forming. Oh yeah, I'm definitely right. The market's going to crash through, and then the market starts to push back up again. It's very important when you're trading. You shouldn't take what you want to happen as your trade. It should always be about what the market's telling you and how the market is setting up. I manage most of my trades whilst I'm in trades. I don't just have set and forget trades. I'm always looking to see what the market's telling me and adjusting as I go. So basically for me, I'm just watching this trade right now. And then we'll see what happens. That's really what I'm looking for, up to 17.3. Round about there, if we get up there, stop to break even, and close out partial profits and let the position run. Okay, so not a lot has happened so far. We've had a couple of doji candles. Really, they're indecision. It's showing no real sentiment. The market hasn't really done anything. It's pushed up, it's pushed down, it's pushed up, it's pushed down. It's sitting right on the support zone. I'd like to see it pushing up in the next couple of candles, really. I certainly don't want it to start breaking down strongly now. Just because purely we're not pushing up strongly. We're just sitting there. The market's considering what it wants to do. I'd like to see at least one strong candle coming in the next couple of minutes. This might be it. You never know. I'm going to watch it, see what happens. Just starting to managing it a little bit tighter now. Definitely wouldn't let it come all the way down to my stop. Yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause the video again. I'm all too aware that when I do live trades, they can end up being 30, 40, 50-minute videos. So I'll try and keep it as short as possible. Just came down a little bit, guys. We're into the 6200 level now, which is really the bottom of the range. Really, I'll be watching down here. If we get down here and start closing below this low here, I would just close the position now. Still watching it, still managing it. About 10 past 10. I'm going to take my dog for a walk relatively soon, so I'm going to watch this trade, see how it goes. And if it's not completed, I'll probably just set my limit order at the 6216 levels and bring my stop up. And I'll probably just let the video run whilst I'm walking the dog and then edit it when I get back. Okay guys, still in this trade. For some reason, whenever I decide to record a trade, the market seems to go into hibernation mode, and I end up being in the trades for a very long time. Really, my stop is now a close below this area right here. I took my dog out for a walk, that's why my stop has moved up. It's just an emergency stop. If the market came all the way down here, I would have been happy to get taken out. The markets came down into this area. It's bounced here and it's bouncing up slightly now. So I'm once again just managing the trade, just watching to see what happens. Really though, the trade has lost some of the strength. Some of the reasons for me entering this trade have now gone. Certainly if we start breaking down again, I'd be less confident. Okay guys, so we're pushing up once again. I've been in this trade for 5.5 hours now. It's a very long trade. It's also been jumping around sideways, which has meant that I've not been able to get away from the computer. I've had to really sit and manage this full time. So if it gets up to 6 to the 17 levels, I'm just going to close this position out. I'm not going to let any profits run, and I'm just going to call that a day. What I'll do is, if it gets up there and I close the position, I'm going to talk you through what I was looking at as the trade was developing, some of the things that allowed me to stay in the trade, and just basically what the market was showing me. Okay guys, the trade is complete. I closed it at the 6217 level. I'm sorry, there was no audio in the previous section of the video when I was closing this out. Basically, a delivery driver turned up with a package for me, so I had to sign for a package as I was trading. It's always the way it happens. I was in the trade for 5.5 hours, nothing happened at all. And then when I'm looking to close it out, the postman turns up, of course. So let's go over this trade quickly. I just want to move take these off of the chart first of all so you can see better. So first of all, we were in the trade. The only way I was going to look to get out of this trade is if it broke down from this support level right here. I was watching right here at 11.25. If that had been another negative candle, a bearish candle, quite a strong one, I would likely have just exited. That's because we'd moved sideways, showing there's no real direction to the market. And then if we started to break down strongly, that would suggest to me that the bears have it. Now, the reason I was happy to stay in this move is we bounced up here first of all, just didn't quite get high enough for me. It didn't actually get into the 6217, 6216 level. Then we fell down again. Lots of people may, when they see this sort of action, they see the market moving against them. First of all, they start to panic and they want to exit. You have to let the market move around somewhat. Certainly my initial intention had been to let profits run on this, the second portion of the position. However, with the way the market's moved today, I'm just not willing to do it. I was in that trade for such a long time and the market was so indecisive, I'm just happy to get out at the first target. Now, when the market fell back down again, the key thing for me was, first of all, we were making higher lows, which is a bullish sign. Then also we came down here, pushed up, came down here, pushed up, came down here again, pushed up, made a head and shoulders pattern, came down once again, made another higher low, and then we pushed up. This is why you have to be reading the market and letting the market tell you what it wants to do. Subscribers, you guys should have got an email yesterday going into more in depth on this. So hopefully this has also added to what you were looking at. The key thing really is the support area held. It tried to break once and failed. As soon as it failed, it remained above it for the rest of the day. And I was happy to stay in that trade for 5.5 hours until I got my points. Okay guys, hopefully that was helpful. I'm James Orr and thank you.